Hello and welcome to X Witness. Blah, 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 blah. Hello and welcome to X Witness Awake. I'm your host Jonathan. I hope that you were doing well today. Okay, I was thinking what to talk about, as I do, and I was checking out my feed on TikTok. I'm sure everybody's probably aware of the perhaps eminent ban of TikTok in the United States and other areas. Hopefully that's not the case. I'd hate to see free speech suffer because of political stuff. But in any case, I was checking it out, and I came across a TikTok here by my friend Faithful and Discreet Dave. So I want to show this to you, just to give credit where credit is due to the original idea for why I'm giving this discourse now. But before I show you the video, let's do the old introduction. So let's see, I've been working on my pop here. That's okay. So here we go. He talks about how things might go down with the Jehovah's Witnesses, and they're changing in their tone at the door. So here it is.
So I think I have a good idea of what's going to happen to Jehovah's Witnesses in the future. Now, this is speculation, but I just put it on record in case it does happen, and I have bragging rights. So the Jehovah's Witness organization is under a lot of pressure to conform to the world that we live in today. And that's a world of protecting human rights, protecting people's freedoms, and generally protecting people's well-being. Now, this is an end justify the means religion. So it knows that people suffer within it, but it doesn't matter because Armageddon's coming, the paradise is coming, Jehovah through Jesus is coming, and none of that's going to matter as soon as that hits. Problem is, it's not going to hit. So with them spending literally tens of millions, even more possibly a year, on legal cases because CSA mostly, I think there's going to be a point when they are under too much pressure. Now they I think will consider this their great tribulation. This will be the world coming for them, the world using Satan, as they say, to attack them. And I think this is going to trigger the next phase of their work, as they call it. Now, if you've had Jehovah's Witnesses call before, they call with good news, where they offer you these wonderful things like a paradise on earth, being able to see your dead loved ones again, to have everything you've ever wanted. That's how it is at the moment. But they are told that this message is going to turn to one of hailstones, which means it's going to be a brutal message where they do not come offering hope. The only good news is the good news for them, that they survive your destruction. They're expecting Armageddon to come with fire and sulfur, cities being torn to pieces, people going insane with fear and anger. And by people, I mean you. So with them actively looking forward to this and this all being part of their plan, I think they're going to have to move their timetable forward. And as they're on the brink, possibly of bankruptcy, as the closer they get to it, they will then be told to go and spread this message of doom. And when that happens, it'll be a brutal message to share with people, and you as the world are not going to like it. I think the world is going to react as it should and consider it a hate speech, a hate crime, something that is not in the best interests of the public. And when that happens, I do think then the authorities will have to step in and either ban this religion from doing what it's doing, or go after the individuals themselves and use the legal process to shut them down. Time will tell, but this is my prediction.
So the tone at the door, it's supposed to be peace, and it's supposed to be the good news, and then at a certain point it's supposed to turn into you're all doomed, and we're gonna survive and you're not. Which always seemed like a really weird thing to do, because what's the point in that? What do you get out of that? Well, this is why I agree with what Dave has to say, because it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you are going to show up at people's doors and basically antagonize them and tell them that they're all doomed, it's hateful. It's a kind of a form of hate speech. It's it's just a bad idea. You come to my door and tell me that I'm gonna die, and you start spitting venom about how you're gonna survive, but I'm not. I might not have some nice words for you, some choice words, and I could see that happening in a lot of places. And I'm not a violent person, but you know what? Somebody might encounter a violent person at the door, and there could be some real problems as as a result of people saying that the end's coming and you're going to die. So what happens? Well, the government's got to step in because you can't have constant hate crime every Saturday morning at people's doors. And of course, if the authorities start stepping in and saying, no, you can't do that, well, the poor Jehovah's Witnesses, it's coming true. The government's stepping in and they're trying to squash them, and it's one of those things that just makes itself come true. I mean, is this something that's for sure going to happen? We don't know. It's kind of, they gotta, like, once they pull the stopper out of the drain, there's no holding the water in anymore. The waters of truth. Yeah, so it's kind of a drastic measure if they go ahead and change, start telling people to start talking about doom and gloom at the door. It seems to me like it's an unnecessary thing to do. Just save time. Put out a public, put a track campaign, the Kingdom Message number, whatever, the final edition, and you could accomplish the same thing. You don't have to actually talk to anybody. But yeah, it's dangerous rhetoric to start telling people this, and I don't want to see Jehovah's Witnesses be caught up in this. I don't want to see them put their lives in danger, their kids in danger that they take to the door. I could see people unleashing dogs on them or any number of terrible things. And it's not something I want to see for my mom or, somebody's kids or whatever. As Jehovah's Witnesses, as former Jehovah's Witnesses, we don't want to see anything happen to the rank and file who are still believing. We may not agree with what they say or think or how they act, but we don't wish them any ill will. The governing body would like to paint us as, evil and looking to harm others, and, the PID, the Public Information Department, may allude to that at some point. That we're evil apostates, and we're looking to destroy the organization and everyone in it. Well, maybe the organization part, yeah, we'd like to see that come away, but the people that are in it, they are brainwashed. They've been indoctrinated, and we don't want to see anybody get hurt. So we would like them to be free so that they're not hurt any longer. But yeah, that was my thought. This TikTok that I saw. So I wanted to give credit where credit is due, and say, you know what? I guess we'll find out. Part of me wants to say, yeah, go ahead and do it, because then it's kind of setting things in motion that can't be undone, and I think would bring about the undoing of the Jehovah's Witnesses. But I don't want to see anybody caught into the resulting chaos that would ensue from doing that. Whatever happens, let's hope that people get out And people that are listening, please don't go in it. It's dangerous. There's articles saying, that there's talks, and there's an article, I forget exactly from when, I think it was 2012, that, you may be asked to do something that doesn't seem right from the standpoint of a human being, but we need to listen to it, whatever it might be. Well, Jonestown believed the same thing, and we all know what happened with that.
Jehovah's channel for receiving spiritual food. The November 15th, 2013 issue of the Watchtower mentioned key points for elders in particular to keep in mind as we prepare to face the attack of that coalition of nations that the Bible calls Gog of Magog. Now, I'm going to quote the article. This is what it stated. This is quote. At that time, life-saving direction that we receive from Jehovah's organization may not appear practical from a human standpoint. All of us must be ready to obey any instructions we may receive, whether these appear sound from a strategic or human standpoint or not. Now is the time for any who may be putting their trust in secular education, material things, or human institutions to adjust their thinking. Very sober words that apply so well at this particular moment. So, dear brothers and sisters, do you know what time it is?
Anywho, that's it for now. I got to get back to work, and I will catch you later. I hope that you have a great evening, and bye for now.